You could take it. Surely you can take it.
It's fine. I don't really take people who have Samsung seriously anyway. Shit phone.
Wow.
Must be a Melbourne thing.
You what?
Must be a Melbourne thing.
Is that? No, but I feel like phones actually do
Make the person?
dictate. Yeah, it dictates who you are because
All my older staff members have Samsung.
older. Mm-hmm. Oh, as in like age.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that because we don't follow the cult. We think for ourselves. If you look at
It's the second biggest phone on the planet. So you're not really thinking for yourself. If you had a Google Pixel, I'd say you're thinking for yourself, or like a Chinese phone, maybe you're thinking for yourself. But you got the second largest phone in the world.
Okay, but let's talk about the first largest. Can I ask you, do you have a Apple laptop?
Yes.
That's how they
But I
gotcha.
also have a HP. I have a desk computer too.
Yeah, but that's a desk computer. That's a bit different. But like your laptop.
Listen, I made the decision this year. No, actually not this year. Literally on the flight, the way here, I actually called my mum. I said, listen, when a couple deals fall into place and I can sell off partnerships, I'm getting rid of all social media, deleting all my videos, getting a Nokia, and only my closest people are gonna have my number. Everyone else can fuck off.
For someone with ADHD, I don't know how you can do that.
That's easy. When I was younger, I used to go do like 6-7 months no social media.
Yeah, when you were younger. This is before you had a following?
Listen, I get a cute little wifey, have babies, have a couple M's in the bank, I'll be sweet. I don't care.
I pray that happens.
You will,
I pray.
God willing.
Of course. Are we on air? Off.
Oh, we recording?
No.
Oh, shit. All right, let me have a fucking sip.
I know. Cheers. Fuck.
Cheers.
No, you weren't clear, Ali. No, that's okay. I do like a bit of banter. Cheers.
Cheers.
To Mr. AJ
Paps. Just call me AJ.
I know, but I like a full name as an intro, right? But yesterday I messaged you and I was like, for your intro, can I call you a sex and relationship educator? And you said no.
Yeah, as long as you don't use the word guru. I hate the word guru.
Why? What's wrong with guru?
Because I'm not a guru. Like I don't try and be like any man who says he's a guru at sex. I'm not a guru. I'll just give big brother advice.
Like a big brother advice?
I'm the brother people haven't had.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm about to turn 30 soon, so I'm like the uncle people haven't had.
Is 30 old?
I'm hitting funkle age. I'm the funkle.
Oh, the fungal. I like the
definitely
fungal.
the funkle.
I've actually never heard that word. Is this age now coming through?
Oh, yeah.
Me being in my 40s.
Well, you're like 22. Mate.
Oh, I like you, AJ. For somebody who's got a fucking iPhone, you're doing all right.
Ouch.
So you said call you a humanitarian though.
Yeah, I do humanitarian work.
Why? Why did you say humanitarian?
Well, you know, humanitarian work can be like done anything. As long as you're bettering humanity. That's the thing.
It's very broad.
I think my work betters humanity.
It does. It actually does.
It's like,
It's the shit that nobody wants to talk about.
how would I introduce myself to my future father-in-law? Hey, I'm a humanitarian, or hey, I teach people how to eat ass on the internet. Like, you know, I think
Wow,
you're
wasn't
going to have a little
expecting
bit of like, you know, classiness to it.
How do you, like when somebody asks, what do you do?
I have adult businesses. It depends on who asks. Like if I know someone's like a little bit more sort of, I'm not gonna say judgy, I don't really care about judgment, but more like reserved, I just say I have online businesses.
Okay.
And then if they could dive deep into it, and I know it's like, you know, they're not gonna sort of, some people, I'm in a taboo industry. As I get older, it's not as taboo. Like I've been in the industry when it was literally just DVDs. Videos and DVDs, like porn
So you
DVDs.
are old.
I would say in industry, like in my industry terms, yes.
Okay.
Because like I was like back when the toys were like battery operated and ridiculous. So in terms of industry wise, I think when I turned 30, I'd be in the industry for 12 years now.
Let me ask you, how much has the blow up doll evolved?
Oh, crazy. Now they fucking talk back to you and shit. Nah, actually, you know what, crazy.
I'm actually this is actually curious. Like
So now they're like, I'm flying to Hong Kong in August to go to the international, like essentially like the manufacturers convention for sex toys. Imagine this massive, like, it's football stadiums big of just different factories all over the world just producing sex toys.
Yes.
I can't wait to see the shit that they got. I'm sure they got robots now.
I'm hoping you put it on your
Absolutely,
socials. Okay.
absolutely. That's part of the trip. Got to do it for tax purposes.
Of course.
Got to show them that I'm doing business.
So before, was it literally just wait? And can I ask you? This is going to be a really weird question because I've never really seen a blow up doll.
Me either.
With the blow up dolls, is it like a inflatable, like you know those pool things?
Do you have a partner?
Some maybe.
Do you have like a boyfriend?
Don't ask me that.
Why?
There's someone in my life.
I was gonna say I'll send you a blow up doll, so you didn't.
Okay. No. I'll stick to my partner. Yes, I have a partner then.
They're all different. Like it depends on which one you get. You can get lady ones, you can get male ones, you can get transsexual ones, you can get animal ones. You can get there's things for everyone.
What's the craziest sex toy out there? What's like one where you look at and you're like, I still don't know how this is good.
Look, I think you got to remember that everyone's got different levels of interest. Like people like different things. So there's a saying, it's the don't yuck someone's yum. And when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, fuck, I wouldn't do that. Blah, blah. Now I just say, not everything's my cup of tea. Someone else's cup of tea, it's not my cup of tea. But I would probably say some of the wild things that I've seen is like the anal spreaders. Oh. So imagine like 8 prongs and they go into
8.
Yeah, 8 different it's like a circle thing, metal, and 8 different prongs go in there, and then you twist them, and it just, you know what I mean?
Do many people come in and request that?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Everything that I sell in my store, I've sold. I've sold every type of toy imaginable, and to like normal people that you would look at, and you'd be like, that's just Gary. Gary's a freak, you know? Like, Gary's a freak. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's, you know, people try it. Like I said, some people's cup of tea are definitely not my cup of tea, you know? I'm English breakfast. That's like matcha or something. I don't know what that is. But, yeah.
Can I ask? God, we've got straight into it. I wasn't even wanting
hello, how are you? What do you do with yourself? You know?
I think there's been such a build-up for this podcast where I'm like, there's so many areas I want to know, but I have to be filtered because I'm a mum, right? And I just think one day my kids are going, I'm a mommy. And I think one day my kids are going to watch this. And so I didn't want to talk about blow-up dolls, but I'm so damn curious. Anyway.
No, you know what someone said to me yesterday?
Tell me.
Actually, before we go into it. So I was like, oh, please don't. Like, I appreciate the compliment, but don't say that. I did a video about women crying when they have an orgasm.
I saw that one, yes.
And someone sent me my video and they're like, you're going to be such a good girl, Dad. I'm like, I appreciate the sentiment, but I ain't talking to my daughters about what I talk about for like work. That's going to be their mum's job to do the birds and the bees with the daughters. Like I'm not, yeah. Anyway.
100%.
I appreciate the sound. I'm like, oh, that's really sweet in like a weird. She's like, I was going to comment on your video and then I read it back to myself. I'm like, no, people are going to fucking freak out with that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's hard to put the two together.
Because my work persona and my private life persona is I'm prim and proper when I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman but on both sides, but like I'm prim and proper and I don't talk about work stuff in my private life.
Well, tell me about that. That's the part I'm really curious about because when I do read your stories or when you ask me a question, and how you respond, you're just such a gentleman, you're quite humble, you're very, it's like you know who you are.
Yeah, I think that comes with maturity. I think
it does come with maturity, but you're in an industry where you could be pulled in different directions and just be quite, what's the word? Help me out with the word. Like.
Dirty? Cheeky? Naughty?
Well, I was trying to be a bit more professional, but yeah, dirty. You can be a bit more dirty.
I don't think it's dirt. I think just people
crass.
I think people are just more liberated. Dirty is not the word. Now that I think about it, I think more liberated. I am more like, I like to, so I started in the industry, we'll go into it. I started in the industry when I was young. I started when I was 18 years old. It was a family business. Family's been in the business for 30 plus years. And my mum sort of made the stores very female friendly, couple friendly and stuff like that. So I learned to talk to women and sell to women in a more relaxed manner.
At 18?
Yeah, 18. Because number one, I was very young. And that's when people comment on my stuff, they're like, how do you know all these? How do you know all these? It's because I shut the fuck up and I listen. I literally sat and understood at a young age, like, fuck, I don't know anything. Like, who the fuck am I to go tell a woman, this is good for you, this is good for you, this is good for you? So I listened to the female staff that I used to work that were older than me and everything, and I just listened. I'm like, how's this work? And I just ask questions. And even I would ask customers questions. Like, they'd buy something and then they come back. I'm like, how was that? Like, what was good about it? Blah, 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 blah. But I do it and I think this is why my content goes so well, is because I do it in such a relaxed manner.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I'll never forget, a couple of years ago, I was at she was my old psychic. I'm just not to care. She's my old psychic. And I was at her house and she had a friend come over and she's like, AJ, I'm just letting you know, like, please don't talk about work stuff with this friend because she's very uptight, very like, doesn't want to talk about it and stuff like that. You're acting like I'm just going to sit and be like, hey, how are you? Do you do anal? Like, I'm not that type of person. Like I said, I don't talk about work stuff. Anyway, within like 5 minutes, like, they'd been friends for years and she knew nothing about her sex life. Within 5 minutes, she's telling me, yeah, I eat my boyfriend's ass and I do this and I do that. And like, I was like, why'd you? Because I've been in the industry for so long and I've dealt with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of customers, I think people just naturally relax about me because they know you can tell me you're into the wildest shit and I care, but I don't care. Like, I'm not going to judge you. I can, like, if that's your thing, good for you. How can I help you as long as you're doing it in a safe manner, how can I help you fulfill whatever that desire is? Like, what products can I help you with? What advice can I help you with to think? And I think what's happened is, as I get older, that's transmuted into like maturity and understanding people and allowing myself to talk about the topics that I talk to where I'm not just saying it because it's, this is a sex, but people actually understand and they feel heard.
You are very unjudgmental. Like, that's the one thing that I would define you as. Like, just listening to or seeing your stories and even talking to you. As soon as I saw you, like,
sometimes I have what the fuck moments. I'm like, well, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, but still, even when you have what the fuck moments, they don't seem. It feels like that you still would not be judging.
No,
it's more like curious. What the fuck? That's how I feel around you.
I think I've just gotten to the stage in life. I'm like, I don't really care I only care about my inner circle. Like, as long as my loved ones are happy and healthy, what everyone else is doing, I couldn't really care less. Like, I just go about doing my business, minding my business, doing good business, minding my business, taking care of my family, building my life, and then that's it. Everything else, like, I wish you the best. As long as you're not hurting anyone, I wish you the best.
Who are your loved ones?
I got my family, I got my mom, my brothers, like, my close inner circle. I've got friends that have been with me for 15, 16 years, like, solid.
And with mum, so you said the adult shop was a family business for 30 years.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously you and your mum can talk about this sort of stuff.
We don't. Mum and I only talk shop in business, nothing else. We don't.
When you say talk shop, like, could you? Because
people think I work with my mum, so we have an open relationship and like very, again, prim and proper.
Because your background's, you're Greek, yeah? Okay. So
you would look at my mum and you wouldn't think she's in the adult industry.
Wow.
Yeah, you would have no idea. No idea.
Okay, so I've got so many questions.
And even our relationship, like, if we have friends with us and like something work related comes up, I'm like, I don't talk to my friends or anything about like sex.
Are you uncomfortable, or what is it? Is it boundaries that you're putting in place?
It's a boundary for me because it's a respect factor. Like, I love you, but I also don't need to know about your sex life because it's what I do for work. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to come to me and ask me on a personal level because it's sort of like sex and health related, yes, I'll help you. If you got like a spot on your doodle or something and you got no one to ask, I'll talk to you. But for me, it's like, I don't want to know what my mates do with their partners. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want my mate to be like, bro, I used your tip on my missus, because I don't want her to feel uncomfortable when she sees me and thinks that like, oh, he goes and tells everything about sex life. Like, that's not what it's like. Do you know what I mean? It's a respect. It's sort of like a respect thing for me.
Okay, so where's the line? Like, where is it that you do talk about, like, shop-wise with mum about...
It's just business.
About a particular product and what the product does.
We just ordered the butt plugs in. It's not about, mum doesn't work in store anymore, so...
Oh, okay. So what she is more doing the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
But what about when she was in stores with you?
We never like, it was just, if this product does well, it does well. That's it. It's never like, what's this product do? Oh, that's interesting. Like, it's none of that stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's very much like, these are the functions of it. This is what it does. This is how we're going to sell it. And like it would be, you could replace a sex product with, I don't know, a hamburger.
Imagine we're in a mechanic shop and we need this engine part. Cool.
It must be really hard to navigate because it is such a, there's like an elephant in the room probably at certain times. No?
No, easy.
And what's like relationship with mum? Really close with her?
Best friends. Not like best friends, but like she's my mum. I have a very good and close relationship with my mum.
What were you like as a kid? How would your mum describe you?
I was a good kid.
Were you?
Cheeky, very cheeky, but like I was a good kid.
Okay.
I was very respectful.
Were you good in school? Did you enjoy studying?
I was good at school. I just didn't really like studying.
Okay.
I'm more I'm very on the mark.
You're a good talker.
I'm not really, I've got the gift of the gab. I'm not really like, I've been told so many times to go back to university and like study this, study that. I'm like, fuck that. I couldn't think of anything worse writing essays. Actually, when I was I studied in uni for Bachelor of Commerce major in marketing. And this is when I realized university wasn't for me. I wasn't a university. I was creative, but I wasn't a university. So I had a friend that she went to school with my best friend. So we'd known each other. We'd gone to parties together and she was in my classes. So I would like ask her for her homework and get her to help me with mine. In other words, can you do mine? Like, I'm not fucking going to do this. I'm just going to copy yours. And it was a statistics test. I was sitting opposite her. Like, so imagine the table's there and like you're on high chairs and she's opposite me and we're on the same table. And I'm like, I hadn't studied shit. And it was like, I think it was like a 50% exam or something like that. It was like important. I'm like, Nicole's next to me. I'm sweet. Anyway, sit there. She's there. Bang. It was multiple choice too. So I was just like,
oh, that's easy. You can always see the circle from a distance.
Anyway, get out. We're walking out. I said, you're the best. She's like, why? I'm like, I just know I passed the exam because you studied and I copied you. She's like, AJ, they gave us different exams. I said, what the fuck? What do you mean? She's like, you got the A test. I got the B test. I said, fuck off. I failed because I was just fucking bang, bang, bang. Whatever she did, bang, 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 bang. Failed. And then I dropped out of uni. I said, uni's not for me.
Fair.
My idea was like, because when I was like, I'm studying marketing. You don't need marketing to get into uni. Like you don't need, there's a lot of, when it comes to like education, I think there's self-education is far more important than formal education in particular areas. Like if you're studying to be a psychologist, go study. If you're studying to be a doctor, go study. If there's certain things where you actually study, to study marketing, I don't care what anyone says. I've learned more on TikTok about marketing than I ever did in university.
100%.
So. It's
a shame because that career is kind of on its way out, I think.
Which?
As marketing. Like,
no.
I feel like.
Disagree.
Really?
Disagree.
Oh, well, okay. All right.
Because of AI?
Well, that's a big part. AI is taking majority of jobs now. It will.
It's a choice.
Well, receptionists are going to go. Anyway, this is a whole new topic.
Absolutely. Like receptionists and stuff are going to go. But I think, as AI gets bigger, so's the search for authenticity and original ideas.
Oh, I do like that. I do agree with you.
So like, people who are good at making videos and stuff like that, AI is going to think, but people are going to know the difference between AI and real. Like now how, for example, we had this massive push for electric vehicles. Everything's going to need to be electric. And now when we realize electric's probably not the best way to go, let's stay with like motors and stuff, people lean more towards motor. And it's like, you look at the modern cars, but people pay hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars for the old muscle cars. Doesn't matter.
That is true. That is true. Let me ask you, going back to Mama Bear, who was your male role model growing up?
Probably my older cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, my older cousins.
Why your older cousins?
They're just, I don't know. I was always with them. So I always looked up to them.
Through your mum's side, I'm guessing?
No, dad's side.
Okay.
Yeah. My two older cousins on my dad's side.
Yeah.
They always made sure that I was never left behind. So I was out of the three of us, and like even their mum calls me her adopted son. Like she tells people I got three sons, They just always made sure I was never left behind, ever. In fact, we're so close, I baptized my cousin's kid. So my godson is my cousin's kid.
Love that.
You know, and like my older cousin, like his older brother, when he found out I was baptized, called me straight away and it's like, perfect. Like we'll always going to be intertwined throughout life no matter what. Like to the point where this weekend I'm going to go get my godson's name tattooed on me. Like it's just we've always been inseparable. And like they're the type of people as well, like when you talk about what I do for work, like I can say the wildest shit. Like literally my stuff on the internet, I'm actually held back on the internet, but I could say the most wildest.
This is you held back?
Yeah, no, like for example, I can say, to make it very, very, very clear, I'm never going to do this and I never will do this. It's just not my cup of tea. Like I could call my older cousin today and be like, hey, I got an idea. I'm going to mold my dick and sell it. I'm just going to mold my dick and sell it. And he might think it's not like the smartest idea, but because I said it, he'll support me 100%. It's like, yeah, you can do it, bro. Mold it. You want me to hold the mold? Like, just supportive. Like,
yeah, okay.
You know,
okay.
Obviously, because of what I do for work and I've taken the untraditional route and they've supported me every single step of the way. So I would say them. Okay. Because of the undeniable loyalty and support.
Okay. I think a lot of viewers would probably be questioning, like, dad or, you know, I guess that side of things and why dad wasn't picked as the role model. I'm not going to ask you about that because I know we've spoken beforehand about certain things you don't want to talk about.
I just think our relationship, my dad and I's relationship is very up and down. So it's just like, he's currently not in my life. I wish him the best. We're both Capricorn, so we butt heads on things like very. I'm more of a Capricorn than him. Both my parents are Capricorns and I'm a Capricorn and his dad's a Capricorn. So he missed out on having both parents. But like, we just butt heads. Okay. So, you know, my ideology we don't align on certain values. I wish him the best. Yeah. I always said that when I have kids, I will, like, because I know there's a lot of people out there and everyone's got different parenting situations and life situations. So I'm not going to talk on other people's situations, but I always made the decision that no matter whether we're talking or not or how bad it gets, because a lot of this, I've said some fucking fucked up things to him. He said some fucked up things to me, whatever it is. But I don't talk about it publicly because my business, my private business, 100%. But I also like to exemplify because I'm very, you know, post the spiritual stuff online, very positive and stuff. You can still be positive and have fucked up things going on in your life in the background, you know? So I think that's the only reason why I will talk about it. But I've always said that no matter where I'm at in life, in our relationship with him, I'll always give him the opportunity to be a grandfather when the time comes. Whether he chooses so or not, it's completely up to him. He's an adult. But I won't rob my kids of that experience. And I won't rob him of that experience. And it's, as an adult, it's his responsibility to see what he's going to do with that.
What's a lesson that you have learned from your father without him saying anything?
Work hard. He's a hard worker. I'll give it to him. He works hard.
What about a lesson from your mum? Or advice from your mum even?
My favorite piece of advice from my mum is, I'm going to butcher it, but give without remembering, receive without forgetting. Always like has been the sort of the core of my backbone. That's like the core of my being. It's like I'll do things for people without like expecting anything back. It can also be the bane of your existence, but that's just, you know. And if someone does something for me, it's like I'll never forget it. Like I know there was someone actually, I'll never forget. There was someone years ago when I first started making videos and I first started using Canva. And back then there was a way that I was just trying to edit my head out and I didn't know how to remove the background. And I think I posted it on Instagram and this guy said to me, he's like, hey bro, randomly, I don't even think I was following him. I think he was just following me. I had like a couple, I don't know, 10,000, 13,000, 20,000 followers, I don't know. And he's like, bro, if you go to Canva, this is how you remove the background. DJ Sammy, never forget it. Never ever forget it. DJ Sammy from Melbourne, from Adelaide, never forget it. And like anything he wants, like I said to him, bro, because of that little moment, like I got him.
It
you
is.
know?
It's hard to find people like that will just give without expecting.
Well, the guy who did my website as well, like another guy who I wasn't really close with. Again, I remember I needed something, and then I asked him for like this little bit of advice. He ended up sending me a free editing app, which normally costs like $2,000.
That's cool.
And then I'm like, because he did that for me, I then gave him all my business for like how to like set up my website and stuff like that. Because of that little thing, you know?
So let me ask you about like your followers, right? And
Yes.
you've got
Love them.
Yeah, you've got a really big following at the moment.
And like size doesn't matter, but you know.
Well, doesn't it? Don't answer that. Yeah, you've got a big following. You would get a bit of hate too, I'm guessing.
No, I don't.
You're the first one that said that. I had Teddy on here a few weeks back, and he just posts up videos about suburbs and shit, and he gets hate. You don't get hate?
I'll get like
the shit that you put out there, you're really passionate about it.
if I talk about a controversial topic, I will, which I don't really talk about because not because I'm scared of talking about them, it's because I'm like, it's just a waste of my energy. Like I rather I'm not really that, like I just want to help people.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to sit and weigh in on a lot of things. I just weigh in on what it's going to help people, and that's it. Honestly, I get fuck all hate. Like, because here's my thing. How are you going to hate someone that's helping you get better in the most private, intimate thing that you can't even talk to your parents or your brothers or your siblings about? Do you know what I mean? And even if people have hate, like I'm happy to like address it. Like I'll talk to them about like, hey, what's wrong? Like, but barely. I think that the only sort of hate that I've ever gotten is like I've bought my followers, but that's why I go and post my analytics, and then people are like, oh, well, no, he's getting 15 million views a
But
month.
you can see that now. Like we've worked all of that out.
I don't really play into hate. Like I don't, it's like anything, like, you know, obviously, you know, you have disgruntled customers, and I try to sort it out. Like,
Yeah,
for
that's
example,
different.
if I have like an issue with one of my masterclasses where they can't log in and they've tried a few times to log in and they're getting upset, I'm like, cool, I'll refund you, sweet. Not a problem.
Yeah. It's not about money in
For
those
me,
situations.
life's too short to even bother dealing with it. I'm like, I wish everyone the best. I just want people to have good sex lives, because I know that it's and dating lives and relationships with themselves. Like my content is sort of swayed more from sex to improving your relationship with yourself, because everything in your life starts from self. So you got to improve your relationship with you if you want to improve your relationship with everything else.
How did you work that out, that it starts with self? Like what happened for you to have that idea?
Well, I went through a stage of depression. When, how old am I now? 29, probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, to the point where like my mum said to me, she's like, fuck, you got to get on antidepressants. Like I was having like mood swings and shit like that. I don't even know. I can't even remember.
Do you know what caused it, the depression?
Yeah, I look back at it now and I honestly think lack of motion. I genuinely think two things. I was in like a mini victim mindset where I was blaming like past shit and traumas and all this. I'm like, I'm like this because of this, and this, and all that. And I wasn't taking responsibility for anything. And like I'd have setbacks. I'm like, I'll just blame everything. And then I decided to, instead of going on antidepressants, I said, I'm not taking antidepressants. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm going to take psychedelic mushrooms instead. Nice.
Good move.
Very good move.
What happened?
Oh, fuck. So I ended up, I remember this is before I made the decision. It was like, it was divine destiny. My cousin and a friend of ours back then was like, let's go to a yoga camp. I was like, what the fuck? Like I've never done yoga in my life. And I'm like, back then, young, I'm like, it's going to be full of hippies. Like I'm not a hippie. Like, you know, I got armpit hair and everything, but I'm not a hippie. Anyway, and then we went to yoga camp. Phenomenal, by the way. And they're like, oh, you want to try shrooms? I was like, oh, it's like, I've enjoyed life. I've traveled the world. I've gone to Europe. I've partied. But I've never done shrooms. I'm like, oh, you know, I've heard stories. He's like, no. You just got to like, you know, they're in the cup. And he's like, you got to set an intention. So he's holding him and he's like, just set an intention. I'm like, don't make me trip out. And anyway, and then 4-hour trip, and we ended up doing a yin yoga class. And I'd realized that Oh, bro, the fucking story is far weird, like far randomer than that.
It's like that needs it's a whole new podcast.
It was like an adventure. Like you couldn't even make this shit up. Like I didn't want to get into it because of the other people involved. I just don't want to, I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
But I ended up sitting in the shower for like what I thought was an hour. It was like 2 minutes. And then went to yin yoga. And all the problems that I was facing now mind you, I'm not advocating for anyone to go do psychedelics or go do shrooms. Go do your own research. I've always been very open about my shroom use. Go do your own research like I did. Because before I did try them, I did do a little bit of research. So that's why I was a little bit more comfortable.
Yep.
Or go see a doctor. Like it's not the cure for everyone.
Yeah.
I took the risk. It paid off for me. But yeah, I sat in the yin yoga and I was like, wow, like all my problems, which felt like closed doors, all opened. And then there was these solutions and everything behind them, like everything just dissolved. And it allowed me to look at things from a higher level of consciousness. And then I started to look into spirituality a lot more and start studying. You can't really you can't solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that you created it in. And,
Damn.
Yeah. And the more I look into stuff like that and the more I actually feel that, my life started getting exponentially better. I started looking at, okay, I'm faced with a problem. How will the person who has this problem behave? And then I started to embrace the identity of the person who, and this is only in the last 2 years, but I started to understand that ideology of it, and I started to embrace the identity of someone who has that particular problem solved. And then the world, life, my subconscious, my reticular activating system, everything started to adapt. And then I started to become that person. And all of a sudden, all these solutions that hadn't shown up have now shown up.
It's amazing perspective.
Crazy.
Isn't it crazy? Because we can look at the same thing and have 20 million thoughts on it. But it's about the perspective that suits your morals, suits your values, that if you're not ready to let go of victimhood, you're going to look at everything very differently.
Yeah.
But, we do, that whole sentiment of...
And it's scary. You got to remember as well, it's scary letting go. Because it's funny, I was talking about this with my psychologist yesterday. Your identity is generally so attached to a certain identity or certain person that you are that any sort of change, your nervous system freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
Let me go back to who I was, And that's where the inner work is very important in order to go to that new identity. And that's fucking scary in itself too, because it's like, you look at it and you're like, because your brain starts to create sort of, reasons in the sense like, hold on a second, let me look at all the good in my life in this, all right, there's some bad there, but let me look at all the good in my life. Ooh, what happens if I do improve myself? Am I going to lose all that good? Because it comes up with excuses. But that's where you got to trust the unfolding of life. 100%. And trust yourself, I remember I had a really bad shroom trip because, there's good trips and bad trips. I had a really, really bad shroom trip and it wasn't ending. And it was on a New Year's Eve and I was alone and I didn't want to, I was home alone and I didn't want to.
Why did you do it by yourself?
I wasn't, I was with friends and I left because I started not wigging out, but I was like, this is getting a bit too much. And then, I sat there I didn't want to reach out to anyone because I'm like, I'm not going to ruin anyone else's New Year's. So what happened was I just said to myself, I'm like, I'm going to make it through this. I'm sweet. I got this. We got it. You're the type of person that can make it through this. I got this. Next morning, woke up, sweet, made it through. And then then that made me realize that you can, you're always going to come out the other side.
Yeah.
You might not be unscathed, but you'll be stronger because you can experience things and you can go through things.
Absolutely. And that's where perspective also comes in. Because you come out of something and you're like, is it good? Is it bad? And you get to define what that is. And even if it's bad, you get to say it's bad, but I learned these lessons.
I made it.
Gratitude. Honestly, out of everybody I sit with, the one thing that I do hear every single time, so obviously is this sentiment, but just fucking gratitude. I actually think gratitude is the healer of everything.
Yeah, but you got to get through it first. I feel like a lot.
I think like that. So I'm very passionate about this shit. But I think like that, you can you can work through it with gratitude?
I don't know, man. My mind's ADHD, so I'll be like, yeah, I'm in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that my life's falling apart. Wow.
No, but see, that's the whole line.
Fuck.
That's the line. Okay, well, my life is falling apart, but what is the alternative? What's the worse?
Yeah, of course.
Because then we go, fuck, I actually would rather be here.
Well, I woke up breathing.
You woke up what?
You wake up breathing. I think.
Breathing. See, and that's something as simple as that.
Yeah, you wake up breathing, and that's like I think that's your cue to realize that life still goes on. You still have another chance to make, like, I think there's this old quote or proverb, I don't know what it is, like, you've literally made it through all your bad days. Like you are here and you're a testament of all the things that you thought you weren't going to make it through, you made it through.
Yeah.
And then there's, I actually sent it to my mum last night, it's Romans 8:18. The pain that you're feeling today is nothing compared to the joy that is coming.
Amen. Love that. Religion is a big part of your life?
Privately, yeah.
Yeah.
Privately.
Well, how come privately?
Because people freak out. People freak out when I talk so passionately about what I do for work, and then also talk so passionately about spirituality and religion, because they don't see it. They think it's a clash.
Yeah. Do you think it's a clash?
I think that what my creator and I discuss is between my creator and I. And I've had, actually the only hate I've probably ever gotten was like the religious, like when someone comments like, how are you orthodox and you talk about this? And then I can't remember what the passage is, but I just send them the same passage. Like, thou shalt not judge unless thee or thou want to be judged. Brother, you're judging me, but you're going against what, like, you're commit, like, so I don't care what you do. I don't think, at the end of the day, wherever I end up, whatever side it ends up on,
It's only God can judge.
it's up to my creator to decide whether I've been a good person or not.
I love that. I agree with you. Like,
And so I just like, it's also another thing, like, you know what? I know there's people who are really, like, I had a friend who I'd grown up with, known him for 15 years, and he became really religious, and we cut our relationship. He cut his relationship with me because he's like, oh, bro, you talk about this, you talk about that, blah, blah. How would your daughter, like, I don't want my daughters looking at the shit that you talk about, blah, blah. Like, in my head, I'm thinking, I have so many, like, religious couples that watch what I do to help them in the bedroom. Like, I'm not sitting there saying, go commit adultery or go do this, go do that. I literally speak about the importance of finding the right person and how important it is to love, like, your partner and adore your partner and cherish your partner. What I'm teaching is nothing like bad, really. It's natural.
It is natural. I mean, there's a lot of extremes, I think, on whenever you talk, let's say. You've got a lot of extremes and you're really passionate. So when you're talking about, like, sex and pleasing your partner and that, you're very passionate and you'll go into detail to some degree.
Yeah.
When you talk about, religion, I know you don't talk about it a lot, but you will say it it's more when I see your ask me a question thing. Sometimes you'll put in a Bible verse or whatever that is. And so you'll answer it quite, you'll articulate yourself quite well.
Just because I talk about sex doesn't mean I'm not God-fearing.
Yeah. Love that.
You know?
Let me ask you about, you've got, what's it called? Missionary University.
Yes.
It's obviously a big change of subject here, but tell me about that.
Well, Missionary University is probably like an old, like, I haven't actually really updated it. I got to update it, but it's more missionary masterclasses. Okay. So it's the sex education side of what I do.
Okay.
Which essentially is actually my core business now.
Okay.
So
that's core business.
Yeah, the sex education side is my core business now.
It's all online, yeah?
All online. I'm slowly moving away from toys, other than like exclusive partnerships that I do have coming. Like I've partnered with a couple different brands where we collaborate and create a toy together. And we work as a team. I've already done an exclusive one with Girls Get Off. That was fantastic, Lulu.
Okay.
And now, like, as I move on, I'm also working on a product as well with a business partner of mine, which is coming out very soon, which is gonna take the whole industry by storm.
What is okay? Well, you have to say details.
No,
but
I can't. But never done before, and will like literally change the landscape. Which is exciting.
Is it for a female or for a male or both?
Both.
Oh.
It's like, and also like all levels of intimacy, like from beginners to experienced all levels. Very inclusive, very...
Okay.
I make sure everything that I do is like very inclusive.
Okay.
Like I like everyone involved. I tried like all experience levels. You know, even when people comment on my stuff and they're like, if they comment on a tip, they're like, oh, this is basic. I said, yeah, it might be basic for you, but
It's
not everyone. We all don't have the same experience levels. And I always like to, you know, also remind people too that, you know, you and your partner might have been together for 5 years or 10 years, and you know he decides one time to, you know, instead of just do it on the bed, he'll be like, let's quickly have it in the shower. That's kinky. That's adventurous. Good on you. There's nothing, you're not vanilla for doing that. Anytime you step out of your comfort zone in the bedroom, you should be proud. That's like, you don't have to put a fist in someone's booty to be adventurous. Do you know what I mean? Like you can, wow, what's everyone laughing? No,
Go extreme. This is what
I'm
I meant
just
about
saying,
being
like you
extreme.
don't gotta put like a fist in someone's booty to be classified adventurous. If you decide that, you know what, you're doing missionary with your lover, and you want to put her leg and wrap them around your hips, and you've never done that before, that's adventurous, and you should be good on you.
Who do you think is more open to learning, women or men?
I think women, but
Okay,
my male audience is growing
Okay.
strongly.
Who do you think want more kinkier shit?
Women,
Oh.
definitely
Okay.
women.
Okay.
Definitely women.
Why
In
do you
fact,
say that?
I know I never speak about I never talk. It's funny because I literally said to you earlier, I'm like, I never talk about sex in my family and stuff. But the only I've spoken about it before, so I don't mind. Like the only piece of advice that I've ever given my my cousins and stuff is like, don't. So there's this concept called fuck, I'm gonna butcher it. I've gone blank. It's not the Monroe, Marilyn Monroe. Plus, anyway, it'll come to me. Yeah, can you look it up? I think it's Sigmund Freud. He said the Marilyn Monroe theory or effect. Essentially, what it is like men look at women in two ways, either as like the real good girl, innocent, or the real freaky. And when they get married, they obviously put their wife in that good thing. So they're not gonna want to be adventurous, explore, because they feel like they're disrespecting their wife, or it takes away her sort of purity. And I remember saying to my family, I'm not gonna say which ones, but I remember saying to family members that, look, as you get married and stuff like that, don't think that, you know, because she's your wife, that she doesn't want to explore and have fun and be adventurous. Like, don't neglect your dating life and date nights, and don't neglect your sex life. You know, go explore with each other, get wild, get freaky, do all the things like that you're both comfortable with, and don't like love each other after that. Don't look at it otherwise, because women want to just have as kinky sex as what men do. We just look at her because, oh, it's my wife. I don't want her thinking that she wants to do that. She does. Like, that's just life. Like, do you know what I mean? Rather her want to do it with you than be so deprived that 10 years, 15 years later, she doesn't want to do it with you anymore because you neglected that side of it. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with exploring. There's nothing wrong. And there's nothing wrong with having those healthy boundaries. Like, babe, okay, all right, I know you want to like maybe have two guys in the bedroom, but I don't feel comfortable bringing another fucking guy in because we're married. How about we get like a suction cup dildo? Sorry to go like thing, but like there's ways to communicate and create alternatives so you're both comfortable, but also like you're on the borderline of still exploring and still communicating.
It's a good balance. Okay. So you've got with your masterclasses. Tell me about your masterclasses.
Yeah, so I created the masterclasses about 3-4 years ago because I found like people were loving the tips, loving the advice. I'm like, all right, let me just, you know, create certain areas and sections where people can enjoy them, and they've been so popular.
And how much like do you show like action or like what? Like, okay, so you're talking about, wait, hold on.
What the fuck? Like, but I'm I want to look like a porn star. Like, no, it's
Have you
me.
been asked to go into the porn
Yes,
industry?
I get propositions to make molds of my penis every day.
Oh wow. Okay.
So what? Essentially, it's me.
Okay, tell me what.
It's me with a whiteboard
Yeah.
and talking through methods and
Right,
explaining
okay.
exactly how I do it on video, but I run through methods in a more sort of detailed way with my clothes on as a like imagine you're at a university essentially. That's it.
Okay. Because in my head I was like, because one of them is about
Blowjobs.
blowjobs, right? So then, how is it that you would describe the action? All right, let's cut it there.
Why? Don't ask the question and I answer.
No. Okay.
No, but I would explain, put your hand there, do this, do that. I do have drawings on there as well where like I'm like, I'll point at things. I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Yeah, diagrams and shit. All right. You know what? I did ask my audience if they had any questions for you. Yes. Interestingly, all women only asked.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've got a very big male following.
Men.
There you go.
I got you, boys.
But then maybe I just thought maybe guys don't want to, show that they might.
Some guys, look, men are a lot more shy about asking about sex things, especially if they're asking a woman.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't matter if you're in the space. They're just going to be like a lot more shy.
Okay.
Because they're going to look and be like, oh, let's say for example, sorry to be graphic, but it's not typical male. Be like, is my 6-inch penis enough? He doesn't want to say that to you.
Yeah, fair.
He'll say it to me.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, is my 6-inch penis enough? Like, well, sorry, mate. I don't like penis, so I don't know if it's going to be enough, but you know.
Okay. Well, I'll just kind of sum them up to one real question, but the main part was about mindset and like what made you – so one of the questions was what made you or what led you to the show me how good it can get mindset?
Rock bottom. Simple.
What's rock bottom?
Can't go any lower than this, so I might as well use a figure out what can get better. I think everything in life is momentum. Once you create, it's like anything, like you can have bad momentum or you can have good momentum. My mum taught me that too. I remember when I was 21, I was working a marketing job. I can't remember what had happened, but something had happened. And I'll never forget, I was in the CBD standing at the front of the building and I was on the phone to her and I was having a fucking meltdown. And mum was like, control the drop. Like control the drop. Like you have full control of the drop. You decide how deep you want to go into this hole that you're going into. It's your thing. And then it's also then if you reverse engineer it, you can actually decide how good you want to get. Show me how good it can get. And you start to look at like little things that, you know, get better and better and better. And then what happens is it's like momentum, you know. I think there's a guy called Charlie, I can't remember his last, Charlie Rocket. He's on TikTok, phenomenal. And he talks about winning streaks. You know, he keeps saying, I'm on a winning streak. So all the littlest things will like be, I'm on a winning streak. So for example, we're drinking vodka, yeah? I'm a Grey Goose guy, you purchased Grey Goose, which thank you. But you know, that's a win. You could have got Smirnoff, but you got the one that I so happen to like without even asking me. That's a win. So you start to like accumulate these little wins and show me how good it can get. And then it's just, what happens is it like roller coasters. And it really kicked in for me 2 years ago when I went to Europe. And it was a trip of a lifetime. And literally everything went right because even when things went wrong, we were like, show me how good it can get. And I would look at my best mate and we'd look at each other and we're like, show me how good it can get. Show me how good it can get. And then literally like things that were like impossible would fall into place. So I had decided that, you know, I was doing okay in my business. I'm like, I'm gonna get my travel agent to book me a ticket. I think I can't even remember what I booked. I think I wanted to book premium economy back then or whatever. And she put me in economy, which is like whatever. But I'm also very fidgety. So, and I was traveling by myself. So I'm like, I can't think of anything worse than sitting next to a stranger for like 14 hours. You know, of course I'm going to Europe and stuff, but like my ADHD would have been tripping. So I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. But I'm like, and all my friends were flying business. And I said to the boys, I'm going to get upgraded. Anyway, I called Emirates and I'm like 3 days before when I dropped my friends at the airport, they were all like excited. You go look and you look at the economy and premium economy, the line's huge, the business thing is tiny. You're like, ah. I'm like, you know what? Let's see if this shit works. I said to him, show me how good it can get. I walk up to the counter and I'm like, hi, I'm on the flight on Tuesday. Do you have any possibility to upgrade to premium economy, like for more leg room? Like they had no leg room seats either. So I was like, maybe I'll get more leg room, whatever. I'm like, whatever, I'm going to Europe because of fuck. 14 hours, I'll take a sleeping pill, I'll sleep, whatever. But I was like, all right, let me see what I can do. Anyway, I go after the lady, all premium proper. I'm like, show me how good it can get. I'm like, do you have any seats available, maybe like leg room or premium economy or maybe business that I upgrade? She's like, no, we're completely booked out. I was like, you fucking hell. She's like, your flight is actually overbooked.
Oh.
And I'm like, I convinced myself. I said, no, I am going to get the upgrade. I'm going to get the upgrade. Show me how good I can get. Show me how good I can. And I just kept feeling that I got it. I just had this weird belief that I got it. Sunday night, I'm at the shop. I got my emails up. And I never had my emails up. Mind you, my card got cancelled like a couple of days before that. Like my credit card, it was fucked up. I can't remember. No, I'd lost it within somewhere in my house. So I didn't have my physical card on me. I didn't have the details of it anyway. And then I get this email from Emirates. Like, would you like to check into your flight? I'm like, yeah, let's check in, whatever. Let's just get over and done with. Bang, this flash. Would you like to upgrade to business for $1,000?
Fuck yes.
Didn't have my card on me.
Oh.
But then that week, like 3 days before, Commonwealth had upgraded the feature to include your card on your app. So all my card details are there. So I filled it out, got it.
There you go.
And then I get on the flight. The boys were already in the Ibiza waiting.
Yeah.
Sent them a photo in business. They're like, fuck off. Trip of a lifetime, 6-7 week trip of a lifetime. And then literally we just applied it to everything. Everything. Like we were at a club in Ibiza and there was a group of boys next to us and they just looked rough as. I just knew straight away that they're gonna end up in a brawl. They're gonna ruin our night. They're from another country. They're just rough as guts. I'm like, we're here to have fun. We don't want to be around this. So like there was a table with a better view, better everything. And we asked the guy to move. And I said to my mates, I'm like, show me how good it can get. We're just saying, yeah, show me how good it can get. He's like, 3,000 euros. Fuck it. Like back then, 3,000 euros like $5,000. I'm like, fuck this, like no way. And then I'm like, nah, show me how good it can get. Anyway, we ended up getting it for like 300 euros. So from like 3,000 euros to 300. Like all these little, things that happen. And even we ended our trip in Dubai, but something had happened, so we had to come home a couple of days early. And it fucked our whole Dubai itinerary. Okay. So we were staying, the Royal had like opened recently. It was this really nice hotel in Dubai and we had a room facing the palm, like it was immaculate. But because we had to cancel that and rebook, we lost the palm facing view. And it was a headache while we were in Dubai. And we kept saying, show me how good it can get. And then all of a sudden the guy who was looking after us and managing it, we got our money back and got upgraded to a palm facing view.
Manifestation.
So show me how.
It is manifestation. Do you agree it's manifestation?
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I think it's manifestation and like trust.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment and you're in the storm, you don't trust. You don't. You're like, how the fuck is this gonna work out? But the minute you just let go and just say, show me how good it can get, like fuck it. Things just turn out far better than you imagine.
Amen. To wrap it up, let me ask you one question I ask every
single
single
guest. Have we already done an hour and a half?
No, we haven't done an hour and a half. We're doing segment 2.
Oh, okay. I'm like, shit.
Segment 2, I know you can, but that's why you're here, by the way. But segment 2 is going to be more scenario based. And I think you're going to have to watch section 2. What did I say? Segment 2.
I don't know what you're into. It's not my cup of tea. It's fucking weird.
Segment 2.
Hit me.
Okay, last question. Let's say this pod. Yeah. Thanks, Ali. Pivotal conversations, guys. They're on it.
Phenomenal.
Okay, so let's say everybody in the world watch this podcast, listen to this podcast, and they all knew AJ, and AJ could say one message that the whole world would be able to hear. What would it be?
Show me how good it can get.
Mic drop.
See it? Just keep saying it to yourself. And then let me know. I have like thousands of people around the world message me now. Not about the sex, not about dating, just about like, hey, I've been saying show me how good it can get, and I ended up in love. I ended up with the job I wanted. I ended up manifesting this. I ended up getting out of debt. I ended up this. Everything is, show me how good it can get is just a saying. It's not, it's an identity. And, it doesn't matter what like spirituality you are, what religion you are, like every different like thought process, every different religion, every different belief system all has the ideology of if you put faith in the unknown and know that it's always going to work out in your favor, it always will.
What a way to end it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, thank you for being here. You're insane. I really love that podcast.
Hey, thank you, Mark. Shout out Pistachio Puppy. Shout out Mark.
I know. It's been great with the connection. So thank you. Appreciate you. Let's get into segment 2.
Let's do it.